Most ideas don't fail because they're bad. They fail because they are hard to listen to. Today, I'm going to show you a simple system for making people genuinely engage with your idea. We're not talking about talking louder. We're talking about communicating with such clarity and connection that your idea becomes impossible to ignore. The goal isn't perfect speaking. The goal is being understood and critically remembered. So, what makes someone actually stop checking their email and lean into what you're saying? It comes down to 3 rapid filters in their mind the moment you open your mouth. The respect filter. They need to feel you value their time and their intelligence. Are you getting straight to the point? The connection filter. They need to feel involved. Does this connect to their world, or is it just your pet project? The emotional filter. They need to feel you care about the problem that matters to them, not to you. When you successfully hit those 3 filters, they stop multitasking in their head and they start engaging with you. This isn't magic, it's a structure. I've condensed this structure into 10 things you need to know. Now, in the beginning, mastering all 10 might feel overwhelming, but once you practice them, it becomes very easy and incredibly effective. Let's start building it. Number 1, start with why. Here is the single biggest mistake in communication. We always start with the what. We walk in and say, here is my idea, or here is the new process. But listen, people don't buy the vehicle, they buy the destination. You have to hook your audience with a purpose and with a benefit right from the beginning. Think about what's in it for them, not just for you. That means flipping the script. Let's see an example starting with the what. We should automate our process. It's the what, it's general. Let's try this starting with the why. Imagine getting 3 hours of your week back every single week. That's what the idea is about. See the difference? That instantly captures their attention because it promises a concrete personal benefit. When your idea clearly serves them, attention follows automatically. Remember this simple rule. Clarity starts with empathy. You have to know what's in it for them before you can ever convince them to follow you. Number 2, craft a simple message, PSP. Here is the most important question to ask yourself before any conversation. If your audience remembers just one sentence from this whole thing, what should it be? Most people haven't thought about this, and that's exactly why they ramble. You need a core message. To build it, use the simple PSP framework. Problem, solution, benefit. Forces you to get clear. Let's run an example. Start with the problem. Our manual system causes frustrating bottlenecks. Move to the solution. What exactly do you propose? If we automate the system, automation, in with the benefit, what's the clear human outcome? We save everyone an hour a week. Put it all together, our current manual system causes frustrating bottlenecks. If we automate the system, we save everyone an hour a week. That's it. When you use the PSP sentence, you stop rambling and you start landing your message. Remember, clarity isn't about sounding smarter. It's about making understanding effortless for your audience. Number 3, the 3 C's framework. Before you send that email or walk into that meeting, you need to run your idea through a simple editing checklist. The 3 C's framework. Clarity, conciseness, and compelling. Clarity. This means you need to drop that buzzword. Here's my test. If you can't explain the core of your idea to your grandmother, it's too complex. You're trying to sound smart, but you're just sounding vague. Be specific, be simple. Next, conciseness. You have to cut the filler words. I'm talking about basically, kind of, and you know. These don't make your sound natural. They actively dilute your confidence. Get rid of them. Every word should earn its place. And finally, compelling. This is the most important C. You need to tie your message to something fundamentally human. Time saved, money gained, stress reduced, or status achieved. If it doesn't solve a human problem, no one cares. Let's test this with a classic corporate line. Example, we must leverage cross-functional synergies to optimize our team efficiency. It doesn't mean anything. After using the 3 C's, it sounds like if every team shares one simple tracker, we'll cut the time spent chasing updates by 50%. That first part, if every team shares one simple tracker, is clear because it tells you who's doing what. And the second part, we'll cut the time spent chasing by 50%, is instantly compelling. 50% reduction. The entire sentence is short and complete, making it concise. Same idea, exponentially more digestible. Number 4, connect before you convince. Here is what I call the biggest professional mistake. We always lead with logic. We've got the data, we've got the fact, so we just slam them down on the table expecting instant agreement from everyone. I know this has always been my biggest problem, and I bet it's yours too. But here is the reality. People make decisions emotionally first. and they justify those decisions with logic later. If you want to get an idea approved, you have to connect first. You have to build trust. How do you do that? Start by acknowledging their struggle. Don't jump straight into your solution. First, show that you listened. Try using lines like, I know you and your team have already tried 3 different options for this issue. Show them compassion. That one simple sentence does more than any statistics ever could do. It tells them, I see you, I respect your effort. That connection builds trust, and trust is the switch that opens the door to your logic. Number 5, use inclusive framing. Let's talk about a tiny adjustment with a huge impact on how people receive your idea. Inclusive framing. The core goal here is simple. Stop making it your singular effort. When you constantly start sentence with, I think we should do X, or I want to try Y, you instantly create a barrier. You make your idea sound like demand coming from just you. That single word, I, triggers resistance. Instead, you want to shift that dynamic from resistance to collaboration. This is where you swap the I for the we. Listen to the difference. Instead of saying, I think we should change this process next week, try to say, we could consider changing this process next week. Or instead of, I'm going to implement this new process, try saying, our team might benefit if we try this approach. This single word, the we, is magic. People listen when they feel ownership of the idea, not when they feel like they are just following your personal command. Use we to invite them into the solution. Number 6, listen as much as you speak. Good communicators aren't the best talkers. They are the best listeners. Pay attention to the specific words others use. If your manager says efficiency, make sure you use it. Mirror their word. It signals understanding. Listening buys you credibility farther than talking ever will. Number 7, read the room. Here is the mistake people make. They think one idea fits every audience. It simply doesn't. You cannot talk to an executive the same way you're talking to your teammate. The key here is to adjust the angle, not your identity. You're the same person. You just change what you prioritize. If you're talking to leaders or executives, they want 2 things first, the headline and the outcome. Don't bury the conclusion in 10 minutes of detail. You need to start with, here is the impact, and here is what it matters. You can fill in the details when they ask. If you're speaking with your peers, your colleagues in your field, they usually want logic. They want to know how it works, why is it the best method, and the data behind it. And if you're engaging with your general colleagues, people across different departments, they often prioritize fairness and effort. They want to know, how much work will this be for me? Is this a fair way to distribute the load? Your job as a communicator is to identify who you are speaking to and give them the information they value most. Do that, and your message lands with maximum impact every single time. Number 8, timing matters. Here is a frustrating truth. Sometimes your idea is brilliant, but people just aren't listening. Why? Because the moment is completely wrong. We can have the best argument in the world, but bad timing kills good idea. Think about it. That after hours emails you send at 8 p.m., it's probably getting overloaded. Trying to pitch a complex solution during a heated, chaotic meeting. Forget it. Everyone's already defensive and tired. We've all been guilty of saving our big ideas for a tired Monday morning. That's a momentum killer. So what's the fix? You need to pick a calm space and a calm time. Don't default to the crowded video calls. Sometimes even a short hallway chat or a quick call can land your idea 10 times better than the big group settings. The power of this is huge. The exact same idea shared at the right time when the other person actually ready to listen sounds 10 times wider. So be deliberate about your timing. Number 9, use a story and image. Forget the statistics. Our brains don't remember numbers. We remember pictures and stories. You don't need 10-slide presentation. You need one simple sticky visual. Look, instead of just talking about inefficiency in our workflow, try it this way. Running this manual process is like driving a beautiful car with a flat tire. We're still moving, sure, but it's hard, it's slow, and we're damaging the wheel. That image immediately sticks with the people. It's memorable, and it's the easiest, fastest way to make your idea transportable. The kind of thing people will repeat later. 10. Confident body language. Here is the truth about communication. Your words are only half the story, and sometimes they are the least important half. The real message, that's your nonverbal communication. It's either the big amplifier that makes people listen, or it's the silencer that makes your great idea disappear. Let's start with what people see first. Your posture. You want to signal confidence, right? It's simple. Shoulders back, open body language. Don't be afraid, take up space. When you fold in, you signal fear. Read my body language. When you open up, you signal power. You see the difference? Pacing. Never ever rush. Rushing makes you sound nervous. It makes your audience anxious. Take your time. Let your words breathe. Now the best tool of all, the pause. This is huge. The pause isn't flow. It's a strategic tool. Can you see how I'm using it here? If you have a key point coming up, silence yourself for 1 second before you say it. That silence gives your word weight and actually forces the audience to lean in. Use it. Finally, you have to connect with your audience. Eye contact. You don't want to stare like a zombie, but you also can't just look at the floor and talk. Hold eye contact with one person for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Make a connection, and then move your eyes naturally to the next person. Keep rotating around the room or the camera if you are in Zoom meeting. So remember, great content isn't enough. Master your nonverbal, your posture, your pacing, your pause, and your eye contact, and watch your influence skyrocket. If English isn't your first language, remember this. Confidence in tones matters 10 times more than perfection in accent. People follow calm and controlled energy. Especially if you are a professional working across cultures, your accent is proof you are bilingual, not broken. Don't try to hide it. Slow down. Not to sound bitter, but to sound in control. Turn your cultural respect in quiet confidence, not in silence. Because the goal is not to sound like everyone else. The goal is to make sure everyone else understands you. So before your next meeting, don't try to sound smarter. Try to sound simpler. The clearer your words, the stronger your influence. The clearer your intent, the easier it is for people to trust your voice. If you found this helpful, watch my next video on Your Voice Matters. Here I explain a simple 3-step framework. I used it to overcome the fear of speaking out. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button because we'll keep building the skills you need to build your life. Thank you and see you in the next video.